Monday, October 12, 2020 was the 27th virtual flag raising ceremony presided by the Provincial Agriculture Officer Pagro under the leadership of Mr. Jose Apollo Pacamalan. The usual reporting of the office's greatest achievement for the year was presented to the governor. Part of the traditional activity was the regular discourse of the Provincial Health Officer, Dr. Jerry Kalingasan. He once again reiterated the importance of wearing face mask and face shield in public places. He stressed that doing such practice avoids the spread of other people's saliva and vice versa, which is one of the primary carriers of the virus. Dr. Kalingasan also urged everyone to avoid gatherings with friends in public places or visiting friends at home to stop being infected and to avoid local transmission. He likewise advised employees to immediately seek medical attention and stay at home if symptoms of COVID-19 is detected at the onset. Governor Bambi Emano, in his speech, asked Dr. Jerry Kalingasan not to get tired in his continued fight against the deadly virus. This after hearing him whinge about people still not listening to his advice in spite regularly educating them with the things needed to be done in this time of pandemic. He reassured the chief of the provincial task force that he will always trust and support all his actions and recommendations because he believes in his expertise on health. Still on Monday, the newly elected officers of the Provincial Capital Employees Multipurpose Cooperative or PISEMCO, led by Mr. Andrew Gapuz, being the chairman of the board, took their oath of office before Misamis Oriental Governor Bambi Emano. The governor commended POPCOM officer Andrew Gapuz for its successful management through the years and urged them to do more as they lead their organization to greater heights. The Capital Cooperative organized different committees, which is actually a unique one, for them to perform certain functions or tasks, thus come up with solutions to complex concern from more or less 500 members of PISEMCO. Mr. Gapuz promised the members and Governor Bambi that he will manage the staff, create policies and procedures, and make decisions that will benefit the business. He said his job is to make sure the co-op is healthy and functioning well. Furthermore, on Monday, in celebration of Teachers Month, Governor Bambi Emano, together with the Provincial Early Childhood Care and Development Office, headed by Ms. Meriden Okot, turned over a check amounting to 1,450,000 pesos to Misamis Oriental's 731 child development workers in recognition of their dedication and hard work in molding the next generation of Misamisnans. Also present in the event was board member Gerardo Sabal III, chairman of the Committee on Education, who spearheaded the allocation of the said amount in the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Every CDW of the province will receive 2,000 pesos, half of their allocated honorarium for this year. Governor Bambi Emano acknowledges the challenges in education all Misamisnans are facing right now, so he promised Misamisnans that he will never waver in supporting teachers, students, and parents for the betterment of the future, the province, despite the pandemic. It was also on Monday, October 12, 2020, that the Misamis Oriental General Comprehensive High School was temporarily closed and placed under a 72-hour disinfection after one of its teaching staff tested positive for COVID-19. While the disinfection was ongoing from Monday to Wednesday, the whole working force of MOGs was disallowed to report on duty. Dr. Pedro Estaño, the principal, stated in an interview that they will return for duty on October 15, Thursday, after conducting contact tracing to all close and secondary contacts of the teacher. All aforementioned tested negative for COVID-19. October 13, 2020, Tuesday, the provincial government of Misamis Oriental, through the Provincial Information Office, released a public advisory through online platform informing Misamisnans that all cemeteries and columbariums across the country, including that of Misamis Oriental, will be closed for the coming Undas amid concerns over mass gatherings as the coronavirus pandemic rages on. The temporary closure of cemeteries was approved by the government's interagency task force in a bid to prevent the further spread of COVID-19. However, the public can still visit their loved ones before October 29 and only after November 4, following the 30% capacity inside the cemetery. Governor Bambi Emano, in his latest executive order adopting the guidelines of the National IATF, urged Misamis to strictly comply. He asked for understanding and cooperation because the promotion of health, protection and safety of the community, and preservation of life are among his priorities in these trying times. On October 12 and 13, Monday and Tuesday, the Provincial Agriculture Office, represented by Michelle Ros Valmores Lace, conducted acquisition of banana corms at Sereno Farm in Barangay San Jose, Libona, Bukidnon. This initiative is in response to the COVID-19 project addressing food security, food sufficiency, and food sustainability through the establishment of a 6-hectare banana farm in the province. Also, the said COVID-19 response project will be the source of planting materials as well as source of explants for the tissue culture laboratory. This will then be given to the identified farmer beneficiaries from the municipality of Binuangan, Balingasag, Claveria, Taguluan, Hitagum, and Hingog City to help them augment their income to survive. The realization of this timely project of Governor Bambi Emano through PAGRO came to life as he believes that food security is important, especially to the impoverished people of the community. In response to President Rodrigo Duterte's call for full implementation of Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Law to attain zero unmet need for family planning, the Provincial Population Office, in partnership with POPCOM 10 and LGU Misamis Oriental, conducted another round of outreach activities on progestin-only subdermal implant insertion, this time in the municipality of Lugait and Manticao on October 13 and 14 respectively. The team provided technical support, assisted medical and supervision to our workers to ensure uninterrupted family planning service for them to continue serving those couples with unmet needs. 65 women from Lugait and 49 women from Manticao benefited the program funded by POPCOM 10 and with assistance from Reach Health Program of USAID. October 14, 2020, Wednesday, the provincial government of Misamis Oriental, with its Technical Skills Scholarship Wing, the Scholar Konibambi, in partnership with the Department of Agriculture and Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, set into motion its newest scholarship program specially for farmers, their children, and for agricultural cooperatives and association. IKNB offers 5 different programs specifically created to equip farmers with the technical skills and knowledge to further advance the agriculture sector of Misamis Oriental in answer to the increasing demand for food. The scholarship program is also in line with Governor Bambi Emano's mandate of improving the food production capability of the province and to secure food supply for Misamisnons in preparation for any unforeseen effects of the pandemic. On Thursday, October 15, 2020, was the turnover of 200 allotted coconut seedlings and 9 bags of sigi-sigi corn seeds to beneficiaries, which is the Himaylan Farmers Association located in Barangay Himaylan, Libertad. PAGRO oriented the farmer beneficiaries about the benefits of engaging in the industry on the processing of coconut syrup and sugar, as it currently has a steady rise of demand in the market. The continuous distribution of the coconut seedlings is in part of PAGRO's mission to re-strengthen and redevelop the coconut industry in the province through providing farmers with new planting materials. Also on Thursday, in cooperation and in support to the Philippine Information Agency, Governor Bambi Emano attended the very first virtual meeting of the Misamis Oriental Information Officers Network, or MisOr Infonet. The meeting was organized by the Philippine Information Agency to reorganize and develop all of Misamis Oriental's information officers in its 23 municipalities and 2 cities. Also present at the meeting were national line agencies to observe and support the initiative of PIA. During the virtual meeting, an election was held to re-establish MisOr Infonet's officials. The results of the election are as follows. The newly elected officials unanimously decided to swear their oath of office to Governor Bambi Emano in the following days. The main purpose of MisOr Infonet is to ensure that the information officers of the province work together to disseminate the truth amid the rampant spread of fake news. This mission is strongly supported by Governor Bambi Emano, for he himself is an advocate against fake news. The governor also urged the information officers of the province to use all forms of communication and media to spread news, especially now that the need for timely and relevant information is of utmost importance to all Misamisnans, as the movement of the people is restricted due to the pandemic. Friday, October 16, 2020, as part of the Provincial Agriculture Office's aid to farmers throughout the province, Ms. Edna De Vera from Barangay Bagukbok, Opol, was visited by Pagro personnel Ms. Mariflor Balabat. Through Pagro's help, Ms. De Vera was able to use the corn sheller machine to process her corn yield. She was able to shell 304 sacks of corn with an estimate of 15,200 kilos of corn with cob. Ms. De Vera, who is a member of the Bagukbok Farmers Association, was teary-eyed as she thanked Pagro, especially Governor Bambi, for becoming instruments in helping farmers like her.
Ako po si Edna De Vera ng Bagukbok Opol, Misamis Oriental. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Diyos at ginawa po niya kayong instrumento na makatulong at marami pa pong natutulungan nagaya ko na magsasaka at nagpapasalamat po ako ng buong puso dahil na malaking tulong po ito sa amin, sa pamilya. Maraming salamat po, Gob, at ingatan nawa kayo palagi at anyong pamilya. Salamat sa Diyos. Salamat, Governor.
It was also on Friday that the provincial government of Misamis Oriental, through the Food Committee, under the leadership of Governor Bambi, distributed their second wave of food packs to the municipality of Salay. A team from the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office, assisted by the Office of the PDRRMO, gave away 200 food packs to the LGU and was received by MSWD officer Ms. Maria Corina Ventura. The said food packs were intended for the 18 families who was placed under containment after having an imported case recorded in Purok 8 Poblacion, Salay, Misamis Oriental. Also, persons under monitoring like the LSIs also benefited the aid. Still on Friday, October 16, the Provincial Library officially launched its online storytelling initiative to be heard and seen on their official Facebook page every Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning. This is to keep our children in the province engaged and to exercise their skills in thinking, collaboration, reading skills, creativity expression, and listening skills. Just like the good governor, the love for children and passion for education is the reason for bringing this meaningful initiative to life. Despite the onset of the pandemic brought by COVID-19 that caused the Provincial Library to temporarily stop the program and projects that they usually do for our children, they pledged to continue their service through maximizing the use of technology and other resources. And from the start of the Balik Provincia program of Misamis Oriental since May of this year, the province have already assisted some 7,543 locally stranded individuals and returning overseas Filipinos. From October 3 to 9, 2020, the Travel and Arrival Committee assisted the arrival of ROFs and LSIs in coordination with the persistent staff from the Provincial Public Employment Services Office at the airport and seaport. Registration at the Laguindingan Airport and Macabalan Port for COVID contact tracing system and provision of transportation to ferry them from their entry point to their point of destination has been carried out. The Balik Provincia program will continue until requests for assistance will be received by the province from LSIs and ROFs. The past few months have been a blizzard of emotion, incidents from the unimaginable to the unforgettable, from cause for despair to cause for celebration. It is almost hard to get our bearings in the midst of all this, but I am reminded of chapter 1, verse 18 in the book of Isaiah, where the prophet writes, "Come now, let us reason together. It means that we just have to work in good faith, both easy and hard, to achieve big things for Misamis Oriental. And together, we will win. Jinky Receipt, PIO.